The workshop was enriched by the smoking ceremony, an opening led by the Walbunja Rangers, who gave insights into the unbroken history and culture of the region.
Our culture is unbroken, our bloodline is unbroken, we are the old people. I, as a descendant of the 13 mothers, welcome you to Yuin country. Wallawani Yinwan, Mirawan Minga, Yidabun Minga, Najatang Lunga. Through the mother, thank you all, and welcome to Munkata Yuin country.
The Tourism Development Workshop held on the 16th of February was facilitated by the Braidwood and Villages Business Chamber and Australian Business Volunteers.
Australian Business Volunteers' mission is to walk alongside communities, working with corporate partners and volunteers to bring measurable and long-lasting benefits to local people.
The impact of the Australian Government's investment has huge potential in terms of economic and social resilience for local communities and their regions.
We're confident that Braidwood is going to be a key player in corridor tourism between Canberra and the south coast of New South Wales. 5 community members, hand-selected from a wide range of applications, presented their tourism plans to the workshops. Ideas were creative and varied, from produce schools to cultural tours and trails. Other ideas focused on centralising and organising local events and activities. Recurring themes of the day were captured by Brian Roberts, Emeritus Professor of Urban and Regional Economic Development. His insights captivated the room. In our environment, we must collaborate to compete, and we must be able to identify the Braidwood region's point of difference from everywhere else.
What's your point of difference?
Gavin Gillen talked about running local craft courses, giving the example of running courses in conjunction with his gin distillery.
My pitch was about the Braidwood Gin School, and we get a lot of people regionally and also interstate. 80% of the people that actually come to the gin school stay in Braidwood, which is really, really good. Not only do they get a nice experience here, but it's generating tourism for our local economy.
From the Walbunja Rangers outlined a multitude of opportunities for the exploration of country and other initiatives that might draw farmers to the region to see how traditional land management strategies work in practice.
The yoga schools around, everybody to talk about what they're doing through the year. They complement each other.
George Sheriff pitched formalising a machinery trail that would serve to leverage international enthusiasm for the wealth of old equipment presently lying unmarked. George stressed the importance of a formal and thought-through approach to such ventures.
There's a lot of history here, dating way back to, in European standards, the 1840s, 30s, 50s, when gold was found. There's an immense amount of farm machinery lying around, and a lot of that history is being lost.
Ali Reichardt talked about the development of an annual community calendar to help publicise and coordinate events.
Currently, we don't have anything in place that forward plans, so we have newspapers that showcase events coming up in the next week or so. However, we want the public to be able to see what's on all year, every month, all through the year for Braidwood and Villages, and also allows businesses to coordinate and optimise their events.
I talked about the employment of a part-time events coordinator to provide capacity to organising keystone events and coordinating events so that we optimise a seasonal calendar. Braidwood and surrounding district is located in a unique region, shouldered between the Great Dividing Range and the coast. The natural wilderness that surrounds us here in those ranges is spectacular and offers great opportunities for tourism development. After the presentations, ideas were workshopped in small groups with experts and entrepreneurs collaborating to progress the project. The workshop made a fine start in what will be a long haul to build cooperation and discover those points of difference that make our region a place to visit rather than just a restroom stop on the way to the coast. We thank all of those who were involved. This workshop is part of the larger Braidwood and Villages Destination Management Plan to increase tourism visitors to the region. The workshop was made possible through the Disaster Risk Reduction Fund, jointly funded by the Australian and New South Wales governments.